Hail friends and welcome to the channel. Bob here, assuming that you're all still out there of course, and Trump and Putin and May now actually haven't blown us up. If you are listening or watching this from the apocalyptic future, then this used to be this was something called an MMORPG, which you probably can't play anymore. Anyway, I'm doing some more Project Gorgon today because that's kind of all I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, and I've had some questions which I'm going to cover. It's weird because I thought I'd done more videos than I had done, or I have done more videos than is actually on YouTube. I created a couple of videos explaining some things, other things, but I kind of didn't put them up because I didn't like the videos essentially. So yeah, I need to try and cover that footage again so you can see it. Anyway, yes. So this is Project Gorgon. You can see. Therese here is dancing. She's a gardening NPC. She teaches gardening here, essentially. Where am I in my gardening? Oh, she teaches cooking as well. Apple juice. Oh, she teaches apple juice. I need to be able to make apple juice because that's quite a good accompaniment to food. Food and like a snack are very important because you don't really gain any health or power back unless you've eaten. And cooking is one of the skills I'm going to work. I've started working on it already because food is super important in the game. If you haven't got any, you're buggered, and it's really expensive. Like thousands of crowns for a piece of cheese. Now apparently cheese is quite hard to make, but looking on the player vendors, the food is really expensive. And it's kind of essential. So yeah, that's my first bit of advice, is to do cooking, because at some point you're going to think, I'm not spending all this money on food. That's certainly what I've done anyway. So next question, this is for you, Liz. So if you don't want to know how to become a werewolf, or like if you don't want to know how you become affected with lycanthropy, you want to save it for yourself, you don't want to be spoiled, then just forward the video a few seconds now. I'll wait for a little bit. Okay, here we go. So what you need to do is, behind me there is a wolf called Harry the Wolf who appears to be dancing. I think he dances to the music. And seeing as music helps gardening, he's probably dancing most of the time, so I'm surprised that he's not worn himself out. Although wolves do have really prodigious stamina, apparently. I'm sure I read a fact somewhere where a wolf can run all day at a steady kind of like 15-20 miles an hour or something, which is pretty... so he won't talk to me because I'm not a wolf. Okay, fair enough. So you need to basically get on Harry's good side, and the way you do that is there's an NPC called Rita, basically. She is round here near the inn. Hopefully, they did some performance-related optimizations, which is supposed to help in the town here, but I'm finding that it's not helping. Even turning the graphics down. Oh, he's got like a blue glowy horn. I like your horn. Cool armour as well, like spiderweb armour. It's quite low level actually, or he appears to be anyway. So, people playing music, as you can see. Yeah, so let's go through here. And there's an NPC up here called Rita. You need to gain Rita's favour, essentially. She's got a couple of tasks you can do. She won't talk to me because I stink. I forgot to wash on the way in. Yeah, but do some tasks for Rita. You might have to give her some gifts to get that. I think you only need one level in. I think you can probably hang out with her as well, but I think you only need one level in favour to do it. And when you do that, you can then talk to. Oh, there's a wolf with a armour on again. I'm a sucker for that. Come back. Who are you? Are you the person who's quite often around? How odd is it? Oh, Jerry. No, I haven't seen Jerry before. He's got that cool wolf armor though, which is awesome. Yeah, so if you speak to what's her face there, Rita, gain one level of favour, I think it is, and then basically she will kind of put you in the Harry's good books, I guess, and she will say, go and talk to Harry. and go and speak to Harry there, and then you can do whatever's required to become a lycanthrope. The other question I had, I've got some things to do, so I'll go and do those things first, rather than you see me just running around doing my chores before I go out and do some hunting or whatever. So I'll stop the video here and I'll come back after. Hello guys, welcome back. So what was where am I going? So just another quick one actually. Another quick tip that I've kind of missed because I didn't really understand what it was until I just clicked on it by accident. But the vendors have a buy used tab, which is really useful because people just come here and sell all their crap essentially. And sometimes you can find some stuff here, that you may be able to use. I kind of use it over in the inn, talking to the innkeeper, because people kind of make food and then sell it to him and you can buy it for a reasonable price. So yes, another tip is to, when you're on a vendor, make sure you check out the buy used tab, because this is where people sell all their crap. Yeah, there's loads of stuff here. I like that. Requires 40 fire magic though. I'm quite hoping to get some greeny type armor at some point. This, I mean, Joe or Joey or Joey here, however you pronounce it, he only buys weapons and armor, so that's all you're going to find. Someone did mention to me that there's a no, that's not as good as what I've got at the moment, I don't think. Someone did mention to me that there's a certain armor that I think it's an elven armor that you don't need the galvanizer. It's a wand. Nice. Tyler's Vicious Club. The yellow galvanizer. Yeah, apparently there's this elven armor sometimes you can find on him that people sell. Fist of the Green Man. Nice. Apparently it doesn't have... I'm assuming it doesn't have any... Oh, Helmet of Summer Court. That's that stuff that requires... I think it requires... Oh, no, it doesn't, no. Awesome. Sorry, I'm just getting sidetracked by all this stuff. Yeah, apparently there's some elven armor that doesn't have... It doesn't seem to have any requirements. And apparently it's got quite a lot of armor. And this person was saying if you can pick up some of that, it'll do you for a long time, because the armor's a bit OP for for someone who's low level. But I can't find anything here at all, so no. So that's another thing to look out for. I'll be back again. Hello guys, welcome back again. The next thing I'll pick up on, because I think it's again one of the most useful things in the game, and that's favour with an NPC. You start off neutral, and normally every NPC when they're neutral has a couple of tasks for you to do, and that increases your favour. It's like an XP. It's a numbered stat. I'll show you in a sec. Have I come the right way? Yeah, I think so. But it's really important because when you unlock higher levels of favour, they give you more quests to do. They'll train you in skills and all that kind of thing. They might open storage spaces for you, all sorts of things. So it's one of the most important things in the game. It can be a bit grindy, I think. Looking at hang on, this mushroom. This mushroom is an entrance to a dungeon, but you can only go in there if you've got a certain level of. Someone was going to take me in there yesterday, but I didn't have enough. Where are we? I didn't have enough myconic, which is like the secret language of funguses. I need 8. I think it's probably just going to say get stuffed. Yeah. So this randomly spawns in areas around here, which is another really awesome touch. So you can't always get in unless you can find the mushroom. But that's brilliant. That's another thing that I really like about the game. Yeah, but a tip about like favour can be quite grindy because you need to give quite often you need to give them gifts to improve it, just to get to the next level to move on. But check out that buy used option on the in town on the vendors, because you get loads of people just sell stuff on there, and you'll be able to buy stuff that certain NPCs like. So if you do small talk, this tells you what he likes. This mantis for some reason likes headgear. He's wearing a nice hat. And I'm almost at the next level of favour. So I just went to town and bought a couple of hats, essentially, and to see if this will work. Give gift. Let's give him a hat. Oh, almost. Yes, okay. So we are now comfortable, which means that I can shop. Hopefully, I can buy some cranium powder, which I now need to go and give to another NPC to gain his favour. That mushroom's still there. I wonder how long they stay for. I must go around mushroom collecting so I can do stuff. Yeah. So while we're running back to see if I can finish this quest, what else can we talk about? Yeah, someone left a comment about there being like named NPCs and bosses and stuff. There's loads of them. They're all around the world, and they're in dungeons. See, I did a video about a dungeon, but it was one of those videos I didn't like, so I didn't put it up. So what I'll include in this video is a dungeon. We'll go to Zerbula Crypts, I think, which I don't think I've been to before. Yeah, and we'll have a look around there, and I'll try and show you a couple of... I know there's one boss I can probably show you, assuming someone hasn't killed it. I'm not sure if I can get far enough in on my own to show you some other ones. But yeah, there are loads of bosses around that drop nice stuff, essentially. I will also talk about items, because the way I've worked out how magic item dropping works. So we will visit a dungeon, and I will go through that as well. Yeah, I'm just running back to town though. I mean, just to fill in some time. I mean, as I said in the previous video, I'm loving the game. I'm completely blown away by it. I really, if I'd have realised that this game was available when it was, I'd have just gone crazy, you know, with regards to support for it, because it's just a fantastic game. I can't stress that enough. You know, just the unique. I say unique. I know someone out there will go, well, this game's got that, but for me anyway, in my experience, it's just the unique game systems that it has, and it's so interesting. But more than that, like, the world is so explorable, is what I'm finding. I mean, if you look at the map, okay, so all the zones are just big squares, but they're big squares. It takes a long time to run around here. I've been playing just in this area for a week or so now. Has it been? Maybe more than that, and I haven't covered all the zone yet. But it's so explorable. You just come across so many different interesting things. Now let's go and find our NPC. Yeah, I had to buy the cranium powder for this NPC, but I couldn't buy it until I'd gained favour with the other NPC. Oh, there's a spider player. Look, someone who got spider form. Can't click on him. There he goes. Akissa, I think that's the spider god or goddess or whatever. Okay. Now this might still not get me enough favour, which is quite annoying. I did spend time offline with this guy meditating, so I probably should have checked to see if that helped, if I didn't need to do this quest. But it's fine anyway. Let's see. Cool. So he's giving me a load of XP in unarmed, which, you know, I'm not particularly interested in at the moment. But he's a monk type character. So, but we are now friends, so I can train mentalism. There we go. So I might give mentalism a little go at the moment today. I've been using psychology, which has worked out pretty well. I've kind of got some. Well, what I'll do is I'll talk about skills after, basically, in the next part. But I'll stop here and then I'll come back again, and we'll carry on. Hello guys, welcome back. And I'm currently howling to the brain bugs, I guess. Howl mode is a mode that the werewolves get. Essentially, it gives you this buff. Just boosts attack damage, out of combat health regeneration, and in combat health regeneration while in wolf form. And the longer you sit there howling, you get XP in it, so it goes up in level. And you get it basically goes up. The time goes up the longer you house. So I've got 37 minutes at the moment. That will do us for now. So I'm in a dungeon. As you'll notice down here, my health and armor and power have gone up considerably since the last video. Health and power goes up basically when you level up in a skill. You get a few points here and there. But the key thing I find is here we go. I'm still using. The key thing I find is well, actually, what I'll do is I'll tell you how the itemization seems to work as far as I can tell. Basically, when you're in a, when items drop, hang on, I hate these guys because they're kind of resistant to my damage from my my psychology skill. I guess because they're bugs. And can I eat the corpse? Yeah. Where are we? There we go. Yeah, so I kind of just only got one skill to kill these guys. I could quickly change out, but once I get around the corner here and a bit further on, I'll be killing mobs with different skills, with my psychology skills, so it's not too much of a problem. Let's get rid of it. Okay, yeah, so each area or mob seems to have a level of item that it will drop. So in this dungeon drops up to level 20 items. And the way that the drops generally work, it's kind of 90%, not 100%, but whatever skills you've currently got on your bar, if you get a magical item drop, that will be the requirement. This is the one case where that hasn't happened. But believe me, 90% of the time, when an item drops, it will be for the skills you're using. So the stuff that's mainly dropping for me at the moment is a combination of lycanthrope plus psychology, basically. Let's just kill this guy. There we go. What's that? Oh, I had a quest for grapes. No idea. There you go. Yeah, so that's where it works. And depending what area you're in, determines how high level of the item is. So I haven't seen anything drop here that the requirement is above level 20. So as you can see, psychology 20, psychology lycanthropy 20. So if you get to level 20, it's worth coming to this place here, which is, I'm not going to spoil it too much for you, but it's a brain bug cave. You do get sent here for a quest, so you should be okay finding it. If not, give me a shout. So yeah, so I haven't seen anything here drop above level 20. So if I want items above level 20, I need to change my location for combat, basically. Yeah, and that seems to be how it works. I kind of thought all the drops were random, but it does seem to tailor it towards some wood. It does seem to tailor it towards what you're currently wearing. I'll see if I can. These are the guys that I like fighting. They're pretty cool. They hit hard, so you have to be careful. But they're so easy to kill. It's just yeah, and you get nice XP for them as well. Unfortunately, both of these mobs do a damage over time effect, which is frustrating because you need to wait for it to wear off as a wolf. Before you can eat the corpse. Yeah, you need to come out of combat mode, which is before you can eat. Apparently, wolves used to be able to eat in combat, I know it's a bit stupid, but I think now you have to wait too long. Let's pull him back here. Yeah, so that's itemization. So I've discovered that it's not crazy random. You know, it will tailor it to your current skills. I'll also show you. Let's just bury that one. Let's get the other spider. More damage over time. There's also a boss up here, which I might be able to get to and show you. Let's move right back here. I've also discovered that let's fear this bloke maybe. I've also discovered that itemization is really important. I read a post on somewhere saying that it's not a problem. Like most of your damage early on comes from just your basic skills, but don't worry about equipment too much. But what we got here? No, it's no good. But I would disagree with that. You know, I think that now I've upgraded. I'm doing much. It's much easier for me in this dungeon now. I've upgraded my armor for the skills that I'm using because each of them just gives you a buff to damage and stuff. Like these these leggings here, for example, these sturdy pants. If I use my shadow feint before I attack, it gives plus 40 damage to my next attack. Yeah, so damage output is just much higher. So I would say itemization is also really important, even early on, just to get yourself over a bit of a bump. I came here when I was about level sort of 15-ish in a couple of skills, so you don't have to wait until 20. Just get yourself some nice armour and yeah, save it up until you get to 20. The experience in here is really nice as well, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. This dungeon can either be really popular or really dead. And it can be a bit frustrating because you kind of sometimes you're running around trying to find a mob to kill, but it's not too much of an issue. Don't forget to use your skills as well for both bars. Sometimes I only get XP in lycanthropy because I'm not using anything else, which can be a bit daft. Now I think we can probably, we can deal with these easy peasy. That shadow feint, if I get hit 3 times, it teleports me back to where I cast it. So I'm assuming there must be a useful way of using that somehow, but I haven't worked it out yet. What's that? Don't know what it is. See, I want to eat the corpse because it increases my beast metabolism. Ooh, nah. Also, even if you're a wolf, just have a check at items that you can use. So, for example, I'm a wolf, but I'm wielding a shield, which just gives me some extra armor and stuff, which is quite useful. Not quite sure how that works, but it does. I guess it's a bit like dual wielding a staff and a horn. I guess it's we don't know how it works. It just works. Need to get an arm of food there before it runs out. So this is a nice little dungeon I've settled into. You can just go along the cave system. I don't like the brain bugs; they're annoying to fight, but these guys are really easy. Oh, a little coin. That skill I'm using is a fear skill. I didn't need to use it there. It's a bit of a waste actually. I think someone seems to have been through here before because there aren't as many mobs here as there normally are, which probably means I'm going to get a spawn in a minute. But generally everything here is a single pull, so it's not too much of a problem. My that's that shadow feint again. My goal in the game, I think I've kind of settled on what I want to do. Essentially, I'm going to level up lycanthropy. Can I eat the corpse? No. Level up lycanthropy and unlock druid that way. I'll probably have psychology or mentalism at 50 as well, obviously, because I'm using them to support lycanthropy. Then there's a couple of other skills after druid that I'm quite interested in. Battle chemist looks amazing. Looks a lot of fun, that class. But you need 50 in alchemy to unlock that. So I think what I'll probably do is get myself to a reasonably good level first before I think about trying to get alchemy to 50. So I imagine it requires some fair resources. But hopefully a higher level will allow me to These dots are so annoying. I can avoid them. I should fear early and just kill it before it does its. The dot damage is from a rage attack. That's quite annoying. Oh, a magical item. Yes, there we go. So level 15 item. The brain bugs are a bit lower in level, so blood of the pack, which I haven't got yet. I don't think, have I? No. Blood of the pack heals me. Sea red I haven't got. Pep talk I've got, but I'm not using. Okay, so we'll take it anyway. I'm just trying to get to the point where I can show you. In the next video, in the next video I'll show you the crypt, Sabula Crypt. That seems to be a really popular place to go for low levels. Oh no, I don't want to be howling. Not right now. There we go. Let's bury that corpse. Now let me check. I think one of my foods has run out. Yeah, my food has run out. So let's have some cheese. And some apple juice. You can have a food item, and there's also snack items that you can use in conjunction with your food. So it gives you a double boost. Oh, I think the boss mob is just around the corner here, actually. Cool. We didn't get dotted that time. As you can see, this is a great little dungeon for, I say dungeon, it's not that big, just a cave system for getting XP. You can basically get around 40 to 50 XP for your skills per mob. So, yeah, I think it goes down a bit, but I'm still getting 40 to 41. Ah, cool. A pathology increase. Now, there are other ways of playing. You know, I mean, if this play style, you feel that it's looking a bit boring, certainly there are options for you to go around. Oh, a hammer, a dwarven hammer. Certainly there are options for you to go around area affecting stuff if that's your game. Fire magic does that really well. Ice magic as well. I think eventually when you modify your equipment, I think all of the mobs, I think all of the skills, I think a lot of the skills can do some area effect. I know that I've kind of heard of someone talking about modifying their wolf attacks to do area effect damage, so that's definitely an option. If this, hey, level 24 lycanthrope, that's awesome. Is it worth butchering? You botch it. I've also bought myself some tools. Essentially, I've got a handsaw and a multi-purpose knife, just so I can keep gaining XP in different skills and things. I think that there's a boss mob just around the corner here. Someone said that there's a problem with my mic, and well, I say that my mic. There's no problem with the mic. I think what might have happened. I got dotted again. I think what might have happened is I've moved my mic to the side of me, thinking that might not be a problem, but maybe it is. So hopefully this video is stereo now rather than mono. So normally there's a boss around here. There we go. Oops. Okay, let's bury the corpse. Yeah, so just around here we have, god damn it, one thing I do wish they would change is this weird oh, I've pulled the corpse now, this weird rectangle around the mob you've highlighted. I'm not sure what that's all about, whether it's like a just something that happens because of the engine or some sort of setting, but yeah, that's pretty annoying. So here he is. Yeah. So can I click on him again? Probably not. Yeah, Commander Pharaohs, 656 health, 40 armor. No, he's 9 vulnerable until stunned, as we found out when I tried to kill him. And it's hard to stun him. And he dodges a lot of attacks as well. So yeah, he's part of a quest. So even in, I mean, this cave system is just a little cave system. It's much smaller than a lot of the other dungeons. Yeah, but it's got some bosses in, so there are bosses. Don't worry about that. Should have feared him again there. I didn't use my psychology there. So you do get a bit more XP in the only skill that you've used, but it certainly makes much more sense to use both skills. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope I've covered a few things, answered a couple of questions that I got. Something I don't often do, I should do it more often, is thanks for all the comments. I know that I don't reply to them as much as I should. And you probably think, well, I'm not commenting on this guy's videos again, because he never bloody replies to them. But I do really appreciate it. And if you want to talk about something, if you want me to talk about something, I didn't use my thing again, god damn it. Or if you've got any questions about the game, then yeah, please leave them. And I will respond, probably in a video, because I do really appreciate all the comments. Anyway, guys, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Oh, there we go. Two-shotted that guy. What is that? Okay, not sure what that does. I must remember to use my fear when it's up, because it looks like I can two-shot these dudes. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you again soon.